Jay's Kitchen. My name is Peter James from the website peterjamesx.com, and I'm bringing you the Babylon Report. This evening we are looking at the subject of hell. I'm calling it Hell Awaits. But the reality is that many people right now are living through hell. You know, it's been some time since I've been saying things are getting bad and they're going to get much worse. Some of it has been planned, of course. Roosevelt, he was the one who said that if it happens, it's because it's been planned that way. But now the eternal God has decided it is time for him to intervene and punish the basest of men. And it is for the basest of men and the evil who are unrepentant and totally rebellious against the Most High, for whom hell awaits. You know, we have been told recently in our Rhema that we haven't seen anything yet regarding how bad things are going to get. You know, I've said it for a long time. What we have done abroad is going to come right home to haunt us. You know, we are seeing things that are happening and there's not a terrorist in sight. California had massive fires. There was not a terrorist in sight. We now have ice storms in the northeastern United States. The ice storms are queuing up. Not a terrorist in sight. Australia has had swarms of locusts and bad weather. No terrorists. It's all over the world. Italy, they had Genoa having floods, and promptly Rome started having floods. And all this in the middle of an economic downturn that is certainly out of control, because, as we were told, the eternal God is now taking a hand in human events. You know, some people treat our Rhema very lightly. Well, all you've got to do now is just sit back and wait and see if what we have said over many documents and videos is actually taking place. You know, pension funds continue to be plundered. Interest rates, they have been lowered, so the people who have saved money are not getting the money they want. Many of these people are pensioners. The taxpayers are being fleeced beyond belief. And to what purpose? To enrich the super rich even further. You know, critical industries are sold off to foreign countries and companies. You know, our energy is now sold off to European countries. Our water, the last time I heard about it, it was sold to an Australian company. And now the government is planning to sell off our postal services to a continental company. And everything is being outsourced, whether you're in America or Britain, as the country is destroyed from within. And many people end up living in hell right now. The tent cities are springing up all over the United States. These were hard-working people. Now everything has been gone in a moment. You know, in the UK, many foreigners, East Europeans, Africans, Indians are coming in, and they're prepared to work for less than the local people are. And many of them are just bleeding the social system dry. Well, the Bible says it's going to happen. It says the foreigner will come in and be above you. We are running cap in hand to borrow money from any and everybody. The Bible says that's what's going to happen. We should be lending, but that's not what's happening. We are not lending, we are borrowing. You find it all in Deuteronomy 28. You know, yesterday I was looking at Information Clearinghouse, Very, very good site to Google and go and look there. You see some very good information there from Tom Feely. He needs some financial support. I hope people will support him. He does an excellent job. And you know, I just read the comments there. There was one lady called Julie, and she was saying, look, I don't fit in. You know, this person had made a comment saying, look, we are all to blame. It's not just Bush. It's all of us. Well, it's the same here. It's not just Blair or Brown. It's all of us. And she said, well, I'm a hard-working mum with 7 children. I homeschool my children, and I'm bringing them up the right way. Don't lump me in with everybody else. But the reality is, I have seen almost 0 comments on what the real problem is that is affecting our countries. There is a source, and nobody addresses the source. We have people offering us all sorts of solutions. Get gold, but now that's gone down in value. Get diamonds, that's gone down in value. And all these things. Buy land, well, the bottom has fallen out of the property market. The problem is that we have rejected wholesale the eternal God. That is the problem. We have rejected him and what he says. And now we are reaping the results of our rejection. Everybody is busy shopping and putting up their Christmas trees and buying their Christmas presents. Nothing to do with God. It is absolutely an abomination. He abhors it. He tells you so in his word. Don't follow the way of the heathen. But we do it. You know, bad weather is now worldwide, and all sorts of records are being broken worldwide. It seems as if the sunspots have taken a holiday. You know, these violent eruptions on the sun, even the sun seems to be cooling down a little bit. I have been cold quite a lot at this time. Normally it's not quite as cold as this. You know, we're told of global warming. But instead of being warmer, many of us are freezing. And then we can't afford the heating anyway. Do you know that what's happening in the economic sphere is what happened around the turn of the last century? You can read it. The Red Dragon is one publication that deals with it. Exactly the same thing. The foreclosures, the financial confusion and mess. It even goes into the detail of how foodstuffs were reduced in price. But because the money supply was also dried up, they willfully shut it down. People could not afford to buy the reduced food. Everyone is suffering. You know, the millionaires down in London, they buy up these properties and they do them up in the most lavish style, absolutely lavish. Well, a lot of them have done this, and now the builder who did a lot of this work has had to declare bankruptcy because these great wealthy people are not paying him.